evening and welcome to MSU Inside Out. I'm your host, Sadie, Lynn.
And I'm Dalton Davis.
Dalton, you must be full of baloney, but that is okay because today is National Baloney Day.
I am full of baloney.
But it's also Drake's birthday today, so guys, remember, he's not like us.
He's not like us, guys. Today's show is jam-packed full of fire content, including interviews with
Minot State, our artist residence,
as well as a 3-year MSU Esports competitor. But we're going to have updates on the hockey and soccer team's recent successes.
and international news regarding gold mining in Ghana.
As well as later in the show, Sadie's second segment of Sadie's Photo of the Week. Stay tuned for that, guys. But first, Tayton, the Academic Support Center on campus is putting on something cool on Tuesday, huh?
Yeah, they have plenty of workshops to go around both spring and fall semesters. The MSU Academic Support Center is hosting a first attempt in learning workshop on Tuesday at 11 a.m. This 30-minute workshop will showcase how students can change their view on failure and think of it more as an opportunity for growth. It will be held in the ASC, the Academic Support Center in the lower level of the Gordon B. Olson Library. For more information, contact ASC Director Heather Martin. The Retain and Graduate Committee is hosting a Rise and Grind event Tuesday through Thursday in the Beaver Dam to help students enroll for spring 2025. Students that register can grab a free grande Starbucks drink in the Beaver Dam and will also be entered for a chance to win a $100 Shields gift card. For more information, contact Retain and Graduate Committee Chair Jim Stern. Minot Symphony Orchestra is hosting the second concert of their 99th season on Saturday. Musicology, the study of music, will begin at 6 p.m. and music at 7 p.m. in MSU's Ann Nicole Nelson Hall. The performance, titled Stranger in Paradise, will feature the winner of the annual Young Composer Competition, Ivy Kocher, as well as Norwegian pianist Oda Valterskevik, and Minot North and Minot High School choirs. And you can also get ready for a fantastic time. MSU is thrilled to invite the community to a spine-tingling yet family-friendly Halloween trick-or-treat event on the third floor of the iconic MSU Dome. The event will run from 5 to 7 Halloween night. Join MSU for an evening of ghoulish fun, creative costumes, and sweet treats. For more information or to register for booth space, contact VP of Student Affairs and Intercollegiate Athletics, Kevin Harmon. Dalton, Sadie, we know we got some previews coming up later of our Halloween special next week, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're going to have a sweet Halloween special next week. You guys are not going to want to miss that. If last week's book review caught your eye, you're going to enjoy Alex's segment today talking about the heroes of Olympus.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my book review, and today we are going to talk about another series by the author who wrote Percy Jackson, Rick Warden. This book series is called The Heroes of Olympus. It follows characters that are called demigods, and demigods are the children of a god and a human. And unlike Percy Jackson, who is the child of a Greek god, in the Heroes of Olympus, we follow characters who are children of Roman gods, but we also get to see the crossover of these Roman gods' children and the Greek gods' children in this book series. So if you like Percy Jackson, you will definitely like this book series. For me, I like this book series more. I think it's because we got some new characters and we also got to see more growth through the old characters in the Percy Jackson series. So this one, honestly, is a 10 out of 10. I can't remember if I said 10 out of 10 for Percy Jackson, but either way, Heroes of Olympus is one of my favorite book series. So make sure you go read. See you next time.
Thank you so much for that segment, Alex. He's a 3-year competitor at the MSU Esports team here at Minot State University. I'm joined with Brek Thompson right now. Brek, it is an absolute pleasure to be in your presence. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Dalton.
Brek, this isn't your first time on KMSU Inside Out. We had you on a couple years ago, and that was an absolute pleasure. But during that interview, we talked about the future of the esports team here on campus. Can you talk about how that's been fulfilled over your last couple of years?
Yeah, so back when I was interviewed the first time, my freshman year, we talked about how the lab in Hartnett was a part of the renovation and how that was up and coming and hopefully it would bring growth to our program. And since then, the lab is now official, it's up and running, and all of our teams are growing pretty rapidly. We have more teams than we expected, more than our coaching staff can handle. So it's been really good and really positive, and it's been a good experience for everyone.
I think more teams to handle is a good problem to have, I guess. Yeah, talk about the Hartnett Hall a little bit. You guys had this awesome renovation, this brand new space for you guys to be able to compete in. How has that been the last 2 semesters?
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's a lot of fun to play in and also be with your teammates on campus for once. Before, when we were playing games and stuff, we were always playing online, so you never got to have that actual connection or chemistry or make new friends. Now having an actual space, everybody can kind of come together and develop friendships with people they otherwise wouldn't have, so it's great.
So you guys were completely virtual before the renovations in Hartnett?
Yep. We would have meetings every month-ish, however many people could get there, in random buildings around campus. But other than that, we never had a space. Everything was virtual. We always competed virtual. So.
Nice. Well, I want to go back to your childhood and how you began to love video games and what got you into Rocket League.
So I watched a lot of YouTube when I was younger, and I always wanted to play video games. It sparked when my parents got me a PlayStation 3. Kind of started playing around, and then as I got older, I played more and more, and I came across Rocket League on YouTube. I wanted to get it really bad. I got it on my PlayStation. That's 8 years ago now, and it kind of just started from there. I started messing around with the game, and then I found out that there was professional esports, which I didn't even know was a thing. I started watching that, and it got me really interested, and I wanted to get better because of it, and I set goals to play at a college level, and I got here now. So.
What was your recruitment process? What did that look like as far as getting onto the team here?
Originally, actually, out of high school, I played 2 years in high school at Minot High. I got recruited to play at UND, and they have a little bit more of a structured program, or they had at the time. So I was introduced into the collegiate esports world that way, and UND wasn't the direction I decided to go. I wanted to play here, and I found out we had an esports club that was kind of up and running, just getting started. So I wanted to be a part of bringing that to life and seeing it get a space and develop into what it has now. So,
how's your guys' season looked so far, and then how do the competitions look, and what's upcoming?
Right now, it's been a pretty good season. We are 2-2. I think the 2 games we've lost are definitely winnable. We're just working out some kinks, playing in person. We also don't get to practice a whole lot between coaching availability as well as how our schedules interline with each other. So. But I think it's positive looking forward. The more we get to play with each other, the more training we get to do, moving towards playoffs for our season, I think it'll be good. I think we'll have things ironed out and hopefully look to potentially qualify for nationals in April. So.
Awesome. Well, you guys play tonight. Guys, follow them on Twitch at MSU Esports. Check them out. You guys play at 10:30?
Yep, 10:30 tonight.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me today, Brek. Guys, follow them on Instagram and Twitch. And we're going to kick it to a quick underwriting break, but afterwards, Zoe's going to give us information on the success of soccer and hockey.
Minot State's small enough that you get to experience a lot of good things. get into radio right away, TV right away, work as a director, a producer, or a talent on the show. It's really fun to be involved doing all those things. We've got the new technical equipment. Everything you work with here, for the most part, is going to be out there in the real world. Neil Roberts is a great mentor. He has been seasoned in TV and radio and able to bring that experience to the classroom, and he's personable. He has a passion for it, and he wants everyone else to share that passion as well. I'm the director and producer of Inside Out. I work with a lot of different people and make sure that everyone's satisfied and everybody's working together to make communication what it is. Over this semester, everybody's worked together and found this rhythm with each other, and it all just comes together. It makes a really nice finished product.
Welcome back to MSU Inside Out.
Guys, our question of the day today is, what is your favorite video game? Sadie, what's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game is Breath of the Wild.
My favorite video game is Fortnite. I was pretty cracked in high school. I don't play it anymore, but I'm sorry. Speaking of competing, though, Zoe, we want to give a quick shout out to Siri and the women's soccer team. They've had a lot of success recently.
They have. They're doing really well, especially after this past weekend. It's awesome to see. Minot State ended this past weekend with a 2-0 shutout victory over Minnesota Crookston. This brings their record to 4 wins, 2 ties, and 3 losses in the NSIC play. The shutouts make it Siriana Gudino's 7th clean sheet of the season. Helping Gudino was defensive player Morgan Freed. Freed was named the NSIC Defensive Player of the Week after her performance. The Beavers are away again this weekend in Minnesota. Tomorrow they're taking on Concordia University St. Paul at 7 p.m. On Sunday, the Beavers are taking on Winona State University at 12 p.m. On the ice at the Mesa, the men's hockey team split the weekend against Ohio University. Bobcats won the first game in a nail-biting overtime. The Bobcats skated off with a 2-1 win. The Beavers came back with a fight on Saturday, winning the game 4-2. Logan Rand started with a goal 6 minutes into play. Following that goal, Matt Egan scored his first collegiate goal of his career. This gave Minot a 2-0 lead. But the Bobcats came back in the game 2-2 at the third period. Jay Buchholz, captain of the team, came firing out with the goal for the tie-breaking goal of the night. Reese Henry added to an open net goal at the end of the game. This Saturday, the Beavers are heading down to Mandan, North Dakota to play their in-state rivalry, University of Mary. Puck drop is at 7 p.m. Following that game, the Beavers will be back at the Mesa for their home game against the University of Mary on Wednesday, October 30th. Still on the ice, the women's hockey team is home this weekend, and they will be playing the University of Midland. Puck drop is at 3:45 on Saturday and 1 p.m. on Sunday. Minot State Volleyball is also home this weekend. Siriana Gudino has more on that story.
I'm here in Minot State's dome, where one of the many sports like women's volleyball is played here in this dome. And here with me, I have middle blocker number 14, Mia Thompson. Hello, Mia.
Hi, Siri. How are you?
I'm doing great. We just want to start getting to know you and your transition here in Minot State. How has it been coming from Arizona, originally from Utah, and now you're here in North Dakota?
I mean, I would say the transition has been pretty easy. I mean, the weather has been nice, so I'm in kind of denial of how bad it's going to be, especially coming from Arizona for 2 years. But again, being from Utah, I know snow. I'm familiar with it. We just hope we survive, so.
Are you scared of like the North Dakota winter specifically?
100%, yeah. I've heard horror stories, so pray for me, please. But, yeah.
And now just moving on about the team, this Friday and Saturday you go against Bemidji State University and Minnesota Crookston. How is the team feeling so far about these games?
Pretty confident, I would say. I mean, we've had a pretty rough season so far. We've been playing really, really hard nationally ranked teams, but I feel like that's only shown us what we can work on and then what we've done really well in. So I think we can really just execute on those things, and I think we can do really well this weekend. I think we have a good chance. So, yeah.
And this Saturday is also a military appreciation game. What does it mean to be able to play a game that's, for military appreciation and having military people probably stop by?
I think it's great that we get to play for something bigger than ourselves and just to appreciate those who have, served our country. I think it's a great thing, and, God bless. So it's great. Good stuff.
And any last shout-outs you want to give to any teammates, coaches, or anyone at Minot State?
I have to say my girl, Madelyn Wick, she's my girl. She keeps me functioning, keeps me, calms me down in, heated moments. And just our coaching staff as well. They work really hard. Love all of them. And, yeah, just my whole team. Love. Love all of them.
Thank you so much, Mia.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And that was the big number 1-4, Mia Thompson. Volleyball will be here this weekend. They will be playing against Bemidji on Friday with their food drive game, and Saturday will be their military appreciation game against Minnesota Crookston. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Siri, for that live shot. Sadie, I think it's amazing that we do a military appreciation. Have you been to any of those games?
I have not, but I think that is phenomenal, and I should definitely check it out.
Yes.
This year, Minot State has a new artist residence. Joining me now is Blaire Engel. Blaire, thank you for coming on MSU Inside Out.
Thank you for inviting me.
So, not a lot of people are aware of what an artist in residence is. Could you tell me about what that position is and what it entails?
So currently I am working on my own body of work, which will be shown at the Northwest Art Center in April-May time, but I also get to work with all of the fine arts students and go to their critiques and help them with their work and their journey to get their bachelor's of fine arts.
That's really exciting. So you are a ceramicist. How long have you been working with pottery?
I started my second year of university, so it's been about 8 years.
I'm also aware that you run your own ceramic business. What has that experience been like for you, and how long have you been running that business?
I started my business when I graduated university, so about 4 years, and I just sell at markets, mostly functional pottery like mugs and bowls and things like that.
And do you ever plan on being like a ceramics professor and like teaching ceramics to other students?
Yeah, it's something I want to do in the future, and I'm going to be teaching the youth class with Linda in November.
That's really exciting. And I heard that you're not originally from the Minot area either.
No, I grew up in Canada and then moved here after I got married.
So how's the shift from moving from Canada to Minot? How's that been for you?
It's a little different. Waiting to get a green card takes a long time, but the weather's similar to where I grew up and the people are super nice. So.
And what part of Canada did you grow up in?
I grew up in Regina, Saskatchewan.
And what has your favorite part been about being the artist in residence at MSU?
There's two things. Making my own work has been awesome. I'm working on a series of like biotechnology birds and apocalyptic kind of sculptures, as well as working with the students and getting to see what they're working on. It's been really great.
And what does your future look like following your artist in residency?
I'm hoping to go to UND next year and do my master's in ceramics and see what things go from there.
That's really exciting. And then where can students find you and contact you?
Most of the art students have my email, but I'm also on Instagram. It's just Blaire Engel Ceramics.
Well, thank you for coming on the show today, Blaire. International news, illegal gold mining in Ghana has started to damage its crops and water bodies. Here is Godwin Great with more on the story.
This week's international news comes from Africa's largest gold exporter, Ghana. Ghana is currently facing a crisis as illegal gold mining, also known as galamsey, is damaging the crops and the waters in Ghana. It's been said that 60% of water bodies in Ghana are currently damaged, and Ghana is set to start importing water by 2030. With me today is MSU student from Ghana, Vanessa Hola Hadeti. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So how do you feel about the entire issue?
Obviously not great. It is an issue that clearly needs to be solved. And as some of our family and friends are taking to the streets and protesting, putting the word out there and putting their lives on the line, I think it is something our government should take really seriously. And instead, they're putting us in jail.
Yeah,
Very
interesting.
concerning.
That is, when I was reading an article about this, I came across that one of the conditions that the protesters told the government was for them to release the people that have been put in prison because of protesting this illegal gold mining process.
We have a painter who was driving by one day, stop by one of these water bodies and paint with the water. Nothing else but the water. It was so thick and so muddy and so dirty that you could see exactly what he was painting. Wow. How is that possible?
Wow.
Makes no sense. We have beautiful forests that are all being, if our trees are not being cut down, we have illegal mining. We can't win.
And what would you like the government to do exactly about this issue?
Stop it. That is the only thing we're asking for. Stop illegal mining. Our water bodies are so polluted that I don't even know how we're going to be able to get back what we've lost. The only thing right now is to stop it before it gets even worse.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Godwin Great, KMSU International News Correspondent.
Thank you for that international package, Paul.
Guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to have a short underwriting break, and afterwards we're going to have our second segment of Sadie's Photo of the Week. Welcome back to MSU Inside Out. Sadie, you have your photo of the week today.
I do have my photo of the week. So this is a portrait of my friend B. Larson, and it was done on the collodion wet plate process. So yeah. The collodion
what is that?
The collodion wet plate process is an 1800s photographic process. So all the photos that you see from like the 1800s and maybe even the 1900s was taken with this process. So collodion is like a little chemical. You put it on a plate. You put the chemical on the plate, let it sit in silver nitrate for 3 minutes, and then you expose the plate. And then once you expose the plate, you develop the plate, and you pretty much have an instant photo.
What was your inspiration behind this photo?
So my inspiration for this photo and for this series that I'm doing, because I'm doing a bunch of collodions from the eras of 1920 to 1950, and well, this was inspired by none other than Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I happened to notice that right when I saw it. But that's not Marilyn Monroe, that's one of your friends?
No, that is my friend. So shout out to B. Larson, thank you for modeling for me. If you're interested in modeling for me and being part of this series, you can reach out to me on Instagram at sadie.png or on Facebook at Sadie Lynn.
Thank you for that segment, Sadie. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to have that every week as a normal segment. But right now we're going to go over to Maddie. Maddie's got some updates on the weather coming up for Halloween.
Hey guys, thanks for sharing that photo, Sadie. It was really cool to see. So today in the Magic City, it was pretty nice out. Currently we're sitting at 56 degrees. And we did see the sun a little bit today, but it was mostly cloudy. And tonight we do have a low of 31, so it's getting kind of chilly. And our high today was 57, so just above where we are right now. We do have a light breeze, 14 miles per hour winds today. And as we get closer to the end of the year and the season changing, remember that the sun is going to set a lot sooner. We're not going to see it very much. And tonight the sun sets at 6:38 p.m. And so with the last few fall days wrapping up, make sure you get a warm coffee from Bear Scat Bakehouse and a donut. Moving on to the Papa John's 7-day forecast. We do have quite a cloudy week, but we will see the sun every once in a while, and it will be pretty chilly in the 40s and the 50s, but this weekend is looking really nice with Sunday and Monday both at 68 degrees. Now we will have lows in the 20s and 30s, particularly on Friday and Tuesday. It's going to be below in the 20s, so make sure you're getting those cars plugged in if you need to, starting them early. And yeah, so thank you so much, Papa John's, for sponsoring our 7-day forecast. Now moving on, looking at the state, we have some Halloween highs, and it's not that cold this year, so hopefully your costume doesn't get ruined like when we were kids and we had to put giant coats on over our costumes because it was freezing outside. So starting over in the west part of the state on Halloween, we're looking at Williston is going to be 50 and Dickinson just above that at 52. In the central part of the state, we'll have Minot at 52 degrees and Bismarck just below that at 48. Now over in the east, Devil's Lake is going to be the coldest in the state at 47 degrees and Jamestown at 52. And then on the far east, Grand Forks and Fargo will both be at 50 degrees. So that's what Halloween is looking like so far next week. And we actually do have a Halloween special next week for our show. Sadie, can you give us a little bit of insight on that?
So yeah, next week is our Halloween special, so make sure you tune in. The talent will be dressed up in costumes, so that is super exciting.
Yeah, make sure you stay tuned to see what we're going to be wearing next week. Guys, we're going to take it to a short promo break, but after that, we're going to wrap up this show. Stay tuned. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. We had awesome interviews with
the MSU Artist in Residence Blaire Engel,
as well as a 3-year esports competitor, Brek Thompson. We want to thank them for joining us today. We also had some sweet updates on the soccer team and hockey teams with Zoe. We appreciate everything she's doing covering them, as well as Siri and her live interview. Other than that,
we also had an international news special with Paul.
Yeah, we want to shout out Paul. Thank you for everything he's doing there. Before that, though, we want to shout out our social media. Guys, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We're going to be putting brand new shorts up there, and we just want to get some traffic going on those social media so we can get more people subscribed to our content. Don't forget, subscribe, leave a comment. The comment of the question of the day was, what's your favorite video game? Leave that in the comment section. Get some discussions going there, maybe some debates over what the best video game is, and we'll see you guys next week at 5 p.m.